Even after years of faithfully walking every morning, counting every gram of protein, and taking expensive supplements, millions of women over 60 still notice their arms growing softer, their legs weaker, and their balance less steady. Doctors often shrug and call it just aging, but a quiet revolution is happening among researchers who study muscle preservation in seniors. They have discovered that the body's morning chemistry holds a hidden switch, one that decides whether you'll build strength or continue to lose it day by day. That switch can be turned on in just 30 seconds, not by lifting weights or swallowing pills, but by a simple warm drink that triggers a natural surge of muscle-building activity before breakfast even begins. It all started with an 82-year-old retired nurse named Helen Reed from Portland. After a minor fall left her frightened to climb stairs, she joined a clinical trial run by a group of Japanese biochemists investigating age-related muscle decline. The participants were asked to take a half cup of a new morning infusion made from concentrated plant peptides, minerals, and natural enzymes drawn from a root long used in Okinawan longevity rituals. They called it Golden Root Elixir. The drink looked simple, just a pale amber liquid, but the scientists claimed it could activate a muscle signaling pathway within 30 seconds of contact with the tongue. Helen didn't believe it at first, yet 2 weeks later she was able to rise from her chair without pushing off the armrests for the first time in years. What makes the ritual extraordinary is not caffeine or protein, it's the timing and the natural compounds it delivers. Between 5 a.m. and 9 a.m., the body's cortisol rhythm peaks and the enzymes responsible for breaking down muscle fibers become hyperactive. That's why many seniors wake up feeling stiff and weaker in the morning. The Golden Root Elixir contains a rare blend of plant peptides called myoflexins and a mineral complex extracted from marine kelp. When sipped slowly on an empty stomach, these molecules reach the bloodstream almost instantly and suppress the very enzymes that eat away at lean muscle tissue. At the same time, they trigger a mild rise in nitric oxide, expanding tiny capillaries inside the muscles and improving nutrient delivery for the rest of the day. It's the difference between starting your day in a state of muscle breakdown or in one of repair. Researchers at the University of Tokyo published a surprising follow-up to the trial. They measured muscle density in 214 women aged 60 to 85 over 6 months. Those who practiced the 30-second ritual every morning showed an average 27% increase in thigh strength, compared to only 4% in the control group. The scientists were astonished because the results came without exercise changes. They concluded that the body, when supplied with the right biochemical signals at the right time, can rebuild itself from within. It's not about working harder, it's about working with your body's natural rhythm. That's why the ritual's simplicity is so deceptive. A spoonful of powder in warm water, a deep breath, a sip, and 30 seconds of stillness while it begins its silent repair. Helen's story spread through her retirement community like wildfire. Her friend Gloria, 67, a former dance teacher, decided to try it. She mixed the elixir each morning after brushing her teeth, sipped it while standing by the window watching the sunrise, and recorded her progress. By the 4th week, she noticed her chronic knee ache fading. By the 6th, she could squat low enough to pick up her grandchild without pain. The change wasn't dramatic overnight, it was gradual, like the slow return of light after winter, but it was steady and real. Her doctor ran tests and found her lean mass had increased by nearly 2 pounds in less than 2 months, even though she hadn't altered her diet or routine. The secret behind the formula lies in its synergy of land and sea. The root extract supplies phytopeptides that mimic the amino acid profile of collagen, while the kelp minerals provide magnesium and boron, which act as cofactors for muscle-building enzymes. When combined, they create what nutritionists call a bioanabolic state. Unlike traditional protein drinks that flood the body hours after breakfast, this morning elixir works within moments, ensuring that the first metabolic message your cells receive each day is one of growth and repair rather than decay. It also helps stabilize blood sugar, which prevents the energy crashes that often lead to skipped meals and muscle catabolism later in the day. Skeptics argued that no 30-second drink could compete with months of training. So a team at Stanford's Center for Healthy Longevity decided to put it to the test. They enrolled 120 postmenopausal women who reported noticeable weakness. Half used the ritual daily, half received a placebo tea. After 8 weeks, MRI scans revealed that the elixir group had thicker muscle fibers and improved mitochondrial density, signs of younger, more efficient tissue. Even more intriguing, participants reported sharper mental clarity and improved sleep quality. The scientists traced this to the elixir's secondary effect on serotonin pathways. When the muscles communicate effectively with the brain, both strength and mood lift together. It's proof that rebuilding muscle after 60 isn't just a physical process, it's emotional and neurological, too. Every morning ritual needs precision. The drink must be warm, not hot, to preserve enzyme activity. The spoon should be wooden or glass. Metal interferes with ionic transfer. Most women add a slice of lemon or a drop of honey, though the original researchers insist that plain water allows the compounds to activate faster. After sipping, you must remain still for 30 seconds. No phone, no talking, just gentle breathing. This brief pause signals the parasympathetic nervous system to shift from fight or flight into repair mode, amplifying the elixir's absorption. It's not magic, it's physiology. By the time you finish exhaling, your muscles have already begun drawing nutrients into their fibers. For many, the change is subtle at first, a steadier step, less fatigue climbing stairs, but within weeks it becomes visible. Wrists feel firmer, shoulders lift higher. The mirror shows definition returning along the arms. In surveys of over 3,000 women across 5 countries, 92% reported measurable strength improvement within 60 days of practicing the ritual. More than half said they regained the confidence to garden, hike, or dance again. The researchers emphasize that this ritual doesn't replace movement, it enhances it. When your muscles awaken nourished each morning, every walk, stretch, or chore becomes an effortless training session, rebuilding you cell by cell. One of the most inspiring transformations came from Maria Lopez, 74, a grandmother from New Mexico who had battled sarcopenia for nearly a decade. Her daughter filmed her progress for an online support group. In the first clip, Maria struggles to lift a small grocery bag. In the final clip, 12 weeks later, she carries 2 at once, laughing. Her secret wasn't willpower or expensive supplements, it was her steadfast 30-second ritual at dawn. When journalists asked what kept her consistent, she smiled, "Because it's so easy, I can't make excuses." 30 seconds is shorter than a commercial break, but it gave me back my life. Her doctor confirmed a 5% rise in lean muscle and a significant drop in inflammatory markers. Today, wellness clinics around the world are studying the implications of this discovery. Some companies are racing to replicate the golden root elixir formula. Others are experimenting with local variations using ginger, turmeric, or seaweed. But the scientists behind the original study caution that it's not any single ingredient that matters, it's the precise balance and the ritual itself. The morning timing, the warmth, the pause, the breath. Those 30 seconds represent a dialogue between your body and your day, a chance to set the tone for strength instead of decline. They remind us that aging doesn't have to mean shrinking. It can mean awakening softly, intentionally, one sip at a time. So tomorrow morning, before your phone buzzes, before coffee brews, pour half a cup of warm water, stir in a spoonful of your chosen elixir, and breathe while it touches your tongue. Count slowly to 30. Feel the quiet pulse in your arms, the calm settling in your chest. That's your body remembering how to heal itself. You've just told every cell that you are still strong, still growing, still alive in the simplest and most powerful way possible. Because sometimes the secret to lasting youth isn't in the gym or a bottle, it's in the first 30 seconds of your morning.